Hello, welcome to this special podcast of Sattology Debunking Mythology. Vibhuti Jha will be there in San Diego, August 24, 25. Do come to meet him and take his autograph and meet others.
क्या बात कर रहा
So Biden steps down. So it was announced, and I was thinking it was just like people were thinking, but it came out to be true.
Yes, it is not shocking for me. Let me tell you why. You know, just like Vivek Ramaswamy had said in the last few months, and Rajiv Malhotra ji pointed it out that he was brilliant. So I take pride in saying हम राजीव मल्होत्रा नहीं हैं, हम रवि विवेक रामास्वामी नहीं हैं, लेकिन मैंने इस बात को कहा था कि बाइडेन विल क्विट ऑन हेल्थ ग्राउंड्स आफ्टर हिज सेकंड स्टेट ऑफ द यूनियन एड्रेस. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I'll tell you why. ये सारा जो देख रहा है, ये सारा ड्रामा जो चल रहा है ना, ये सब एक प्री प्लान्ड एफर्ट है. प्री प्लान्ड एफर्ट ये है कि एवरीबॉडी नोज एंड इवन Biden's insiders of Democratic Party were upset that his actual health condition was hidden from those big donors. That's the reason when you find that many big donors began to say, "We will not give you the money," because the party or the inner advisors of Biden did not let his bad health scenario get known, and they were all shocked, just as you and I were, that why was Biden behaving like that? खोए खोया चांद, कहीं यहाँ कभी चले गए, कहाँ उधर जा रहे हैं. यहाँ तक कि जब बाइडेन को स्टेज पर से ओबामा खुद पकड़ के ले गए, उसके बारे में प्रेस सेक्रेटरी कहती हैं कि दैट इज अ कुक्ड अप वीडियो. नाउ दैट्स अ जोक, दैट कैनॉट बी अलाउड. सो लाइंग चल रहा था बहुत जोर से, लेकिन ये जो है सरप्राइज बिल्कुल नहीं है मेरे लिए, क्योंकि दिस वाज प्लान्ड. दिस वाज डेफिनेटली प्लान्ड, बिकॉज इफ यू नोटिस, ये पहली बार है कि बोथ कैंडिडेट्स हैड अ डिबेट which was even before their party had nominated them for the as a president. They were presidential candidates, they were not nominees. And the debate always happens between the nominees, not for with candidates. This is what is important to bear in mind. तो उसके बाद का था, उसके बाद सारा का सारा प्रोग्राम जो था, that he will resign over the weekend, was announced 7 days ago. That he was preparing for debate for 7 days at Camp David was all cooked up. सब ड्रामाबाजी था, क्योंकि डिबेट में आपने देखा क्या तैयारी की थी उन्होंने. What was the preparation for debate? Bad throat. You know, do you mean to say अगर हमारे आपके throat खराब होते हैं तो हम भी उसको ठीक करके आते हैं शो में? And you mean to say Biden had a bad throat, that's why he had a bad day? No. So this is not shocking, not surprising to me. I had announced this with Sanjay Dikshit ji on Jaipur Dialogue when he took oath that he will not last more than 2. इसके साथ प्रॉब्लम ये हो गई, दो चीजें और ऐड कर दूं यहाँ पे, that because Hunter Biden का केस जो है has risen to such an extent that he was hoping that he will quit and Kamala will take over and ride smoothly. बट कमला जी का तो अपना परफॉर्मेंस इतना गंदा हो गया है कि शी इज अ लूजर. Unfortunately, she is a loser. She's a bad vice president. Other than cackling, she knows nothing. So this is the sad part. So वहां पे क्या हो गया कि टीम भी खराब हो गई. So now the whole thing is, the Democratic Party realizes that Trump, the way he has survived his death, like Trump said in his speech, that I was not supposed to be here. The whole game would have been different if Trump had died. अब तो वो खुलेगा मामला ना. तो बाइडेन को जो है अब एक ही चीज है कि I have a feeling he will pardon both Trump and Hunter so that he's not accused of anything else. But
No, I
डेमोक्रेटिक पार्टी आप जो पूछ रहे हैं, डेमोक्रेटिक पार्टी के पास चॉइस कितने हैं? There is one very important element, and that is delegates, money, and what are the state laws. I just read a news report that nobody can be added to the ballot in Wisconsin and Michigan, 2 states. The only reason somebody can be added is the death और आर्टिकल 25, ये दोनों चीज तो नहीं हुई है इसमें. Biden has declared endorsement and support to Kamala. Obviously, it does affect the party short. जो कह रहे थे कि विटमर आएगी, वो आएंगे, उसका भी मर्की हो जाता है. Now you are in internal turmoil in the party. आप किसको लाएंगे? कमला को हटाएंगे आप? It will be immediately charged. The black, a woman, the Democratic Party is dumping two of its major constituents. That's big problem for them. The only way they can neutralize is bring Michelle. But Biden by endorsing, वो चांस भी थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ हो गया है. एंड एक बात मेरे मन में हमेशा से रही है, Biden never liked Obama. If you see his debates and other preparations and statements of 2008 onwards, he always had a dislike for Obama. But Obama chose him for the most experienced man as his vice president, right? But everybody knows that this was Obama's third term. So this is what is important. Biden wants to say that my political legacy of 55 years or must not go into a whiff as a failed president. He would rather be happy as a successful senator than a failed president. Your thought?
Uh, uh, great points, Bhupati ji. I'll be a little bit, मैं इसको I'll get into the why Biden had to step down, because
Mhm.
I feel something else is happening here.
Okay.
Biden had to step down because somewhere it became a threat for the agencies that he is not going to protect them, I think. Because now complicity of many agencies is
Yes.
raised in question.
Yes.
And they thought that because somewhere or the other, you and I had spoken that we had said in the show also, live show, we had said that this man was described by Modi ji as a one of the foremost expert politician. Modi ji has said that in the White House.
Yes.
I was there. We all heard it
Yes.
publicly. He said it, and the somewhere I think he got into the hairs of the the conspiracy or conspiracists who actually collaborated for an assault assassination attempt on President Trump. Somewhere he would have ruled against them because he was not aware of any of such thing. This was done behind his back, and he would have taken some action against those culprits. And I think President Trump will know very well, and I am sure President Trump is going to thank him for not putting up to the pressure. And I think he thought that before his presidency gets one more blot of being an attempted assassination, he thought it would be wise to step down because it's not in the character of President Biden. Even though he may be good or bad or ugly, I don't know what way you can classify. But if you look at his record in the history, that man has always won elections. He has
Yes.
not lost elections. And that with that being said, he had an approval from both sides of the Congress, not just one side. You can see all the things, in the letter he wrote, how many bills he has got passed through both the houses of the Congress. And very striking thing, one time Daryl Issa told me that Aditya, you need to get support from Democrats too, because I need those people to help me pass the resolutions which you want. Because in the House, everybody is the same. I mean, it's like a team, and you can pick up any of the candidates from both the sides and get the resolution passed. And this man has the ability to do that. So there is something else going on which we don't know, and I will be honest to say that.
No, you are very correct because देखिए, हम और आप इस बात को जानते हैं कि पॉलिटिक्स मेक्स स्ट्रेंज बेड फेलोज. ये जो आप कह रहे हैं कि ट्रम्प का जो असैसिनेशन बिट था, आप सोच लीजिए कि अगर वो सक्सेसफुल हो जाता, दिस इज, एक कहते हैं ना कि चोरों के भी उसूल होते हैं. तो बाइडन मस्ट हैव सेड दिस हैज गॉन टू फार. Vivek Ramaswamy has already been saying that it is a managed presidency. So he must be thinking that it will all fall on me. The buck stops here, right? So if Trump had been killed, the conversation would be totally different. You would
True.
have had another Warren Commission to investigate the murder, and it would have said, oh, Trump incited the man to do that. his violence rhetoric would do that. But the important part is here that this he survived, and there are odds of him winning. और आज की तारीख में अब चीज आप छुपा नहीं सकते हैं. You can't hide the reality. Um, you can't hide the reality of the fact that this is deeper than deep state's actions. People have been thinking about it, that how do we overcome that. See, the biggest thing about this is the technology is also a very important element.
True.
The moment Trump assassination bid failed, you and I know how technology showed the scene before and after assassination bid, right? The guy was walking in the building and everything was happening. The CIA Secret Service was not ready, and they took as long to neutralize the guy who has fired 7 bullets. That's a big one that could have borne heavy on the minds of Biden as well. कि जो उनको, the one who can have them eliminated, they can do that to me too.
Yeah, look at the statement, Vibhuti Ji. It has been the greatest, like President Biden is writing, July 21, 2024. I'll just read the one fourth paragraph.
Mm.
It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. Very
Right.
clearly, he has not resigned. And the name comes his party and the country. So, country obviously, I mean, nobody can accuse Biden of being anti-USA. Nobody can
Correct.
accuse him. He
No,
has
no,
not done anything. Hunter
absolutely.
Biden case was an embarrassment to him as well,
Yes.
and not to give him, not to cast aspersions on him, but it was an embarrassment for him also. And he has nowhere he has said, he said party and me. That means the party came strongly on him.
Hmm.
And we all been hearing the voices of Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, everybody else. So I mean, if we elect a president for charisma, and and the president doesn't deliver on charisma, do you think the America doesn't like that president? What do you think? You're very charismatic.
No, it's a very important event. And this is also a very crystal clear here. The pressure that was mounted on him was very planned and very programmed, if you look at it. They wanted him out because he was not going out on his own. So they created the pressure on him to quit. There must have been many deals done here. I think I may not be surprised that his last good act could be pardoning Trump and pardoning Hunter Biden from any prosecution again, because now those cases are also going to, Trump's cases are falling apart anyway, right? This is a very crucial thing. Democratic Party has one big problem here. You see, Obama was the man who had made the statement in his presidency that I want to change this country fundamentally. And he swung in action ever since then. People were very impressed by his rhetoric and his desire, but nobody knew what exactly he was trying to do, transform in what way. But if you look at seriously and cutting across the party line and belief systems, country has not done well under him. Things were always problematic. Yes, you know, third term, but what will happen? The leftist agenda. This is so important. Leftist agenda will go up in smoke, big time. If Trump comes back, and you have a scenario, Trump in 4 years, he will do whatever it takes to dismantle the leftist agenda, Islamist agenda. And then you have a real 2028 election where Vance will be the candidate for presidency with experience, with 4 years of experience as vice president,
And
and
young
he
guy,
will, huh?
and young guy, 43.
And a young guy, and that he will have the team. Republicans will be charged up to do that. That's what is important.
I mean,
To
Republicans won't be charged up because he is a Catholic. So
look,
you that's so if in India people are worried about the Jatiwad, then
mm,
here they are worried about their church affiliation.
Well, that is true. That is true. But what is important here is that evangelicals and others will have to consider what's my option in democratic side. You have to. There is a. That's why. That's why the politics makes a strange bedfellows. Yes, I mean, think about it like this. People are talking about Usha's religion and Hindu and vegetarian and all that, but they know that Trump would have prepared the dossier on JD Vance in and out,
So let's
right?
hear the statements, Vibhuti ji.
Huh.
So Biden's out. Tulsi Gabbard is saying
Yes,
Kamala is in. Don't be fooled. Policies won't change.
yes,
Just like Biden wasn't the one calling the shots, Kamala Harris won't be either. She's a new figurehead for the deep state and the maid servants of Hillary Clinton, queen of cabal of warmongers. They'll
right,
continue their efforts to engulf the world in war, taking away our liberty.
right.
This is Tulsi Gabbard's comment.
Yes, yes. This is truly this is what is happening now.
Yeah,
Policies, agendas of these people will come out very clearly, and
yeah,
that's critical in this election that is going on. This is going to be a very, very big election.
yeah.
The future of America is at stake, and that's what
Absolutely.
people have to realize. And this is a very important part here. We know all Indians need to worry about it. You know the reason why? We know that Soros was totally against Hindus and India, right? Modi was just an excuse. It could have been anybody, and they would have still gone after dismantling India. You are looking at his new wife, Alex Soros's his son's wife, is a former Clinton advisor, 10 years older to him, right? A Pakistani woman, right? Very unholy alliance there. It's a very, very unholy alliance. It's not love, definitely not love. It's a very comfortable coming together so that we can plan and hatch things. Indians who are voting in this election, they need to be careful who you are teaming up with. Who are you going to end up supporting in this entire process? A party that is anti you, or which is plotting and planning to destroy you and I here as well. It's a very critical matter to think about. Who are the people colluding to do things for us? And Alex Soros talks about Kamala Harris and Democratic Party. You better watch out. All Indians, you have to remember, we are maybe 3 million or 4 million people here, but our lives are at a tremendous risk if we don't arise, awaken, and assert ourselves at this time and do things with clear head, not the blind faith. Oh, democratic is romancing the stone, immigration and all that stuff. Let's be very, very clear, crystal in this matter. This is a defining moment for America. If America goes socialist, run by Islamists, or you are going to have America which will regain its values of capitalism, which has made us prosperous in this country.
And also, Navajo Nation President Bu Nigren
Hmm.
says, I deeply thank President Joe Biden for his resilient leadership. We are profoundly grateful and step down from the race, show his dedication to the greater good. So that is a good comment which has come.
Yeah.
I want to see the President Trump's comment. President Trump's
Trump,
comment I have not seen.
Trump's comment was also there. It was a long comment in which he said that I knew this was going to happen. He said Kamala would be easier to beat, and he had said in his golf cart statement that Biden will quit, Kamala will come, and she's worse than Biden. She had said, cackling. She called her the laughing Kamala. So he gets a word up before every person, and if
You know,
you don't have to campaign against Kamala. You just have to show her laughing. That's simple as that.
and also people have to understand this is a two-party system,
Yeah,
and these are the candidates or respective parties which have a dedicated voting bloc.
correct.
And in terms of delegates, I think Democrats have an edge. Like you said correctly, they have an edge over the. So whichever candidate they put, we have to see what is their personal popularity within the party. That's what we have to see. And I think Kamala will score very badly on that.
Very badly. We both agree on that. That Kamala Harris, wise up, she got only 1% votes when she was
I know,
contesting last time.
I know.
I mean, one debate, Tulsi smashed her completely.
Completely.
Her funding stopped and she had to pull back.
Exactly.
She was taken in as the vice presidential candidate because of political considerations of DEI. A woman, a black, representing California, which was anyway a Democrat, but that was the criterion. So, she gets an F grade from me for one reason. You are the vice president of the United States of America. When I tell you are appointed as the border czar, and when you are asked by a TV correspondent, which is a friendly TV guy, when are you going to go to, why haven't you gone to the border? Her reply is that I haven't gone to Europe either. That shows a flippant mind. It shows a completely flippant mind. That's where she lost me completely. I don't even want to identify myself as an Indian heritage because of her.
What about Gavin? What about she herself calls herself. So before the election, she used to call Indian
Yeah,
and she used to make videos on dosa, how to cook dosa on the YouTube.
yeah,
And now she calls herself as Dominican, a black
yeah.
woman.
No,
So
but
we
then you know what? The black people have objected to her being
exactly,
black.
they don't
They
call her
said that
black.
she's an Indian, married to her mother was an Indian who was married to a Jamaican guy or whoever. So she's not black.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And just so Gavin Newsom, yes or no?
Now, Gavin Newsom, I'll tell you the reason why. Gavin Newsom will not come in this term. He has a few mind. He will pitch himself for 2028. He realizes the pitch is very dirty to play on right now. Besides, his California record sucks because even look at Elon Musk will go against him full blast. And
And
if anybody remembers, DeSantis told in his debate with him that your father-in-law has moved to Florida. What are you talking about? Think about it.
Hillary Clinton, what do you think?
Hillary Clinton will go down as a Caesar's wife kind of a scenario. Well, I mean, she must be saying, "What the hell is
President
happening?"
Trump must be laughing right now. Ha 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 ha. Guys, let me see the game. There's a bullet went through my right ear, and now I let me see the game.
Yes, yes. That,
So the
that particular newspaper headline from UK was very apt. Bullet was fired at Trump, and Joe Biden died. Very prophetic.
that's true. Whoso planned it, and I'm sure that conspiracy needs to come out for
Yeah,
us, all
yeah,
of us,
yeah.
and that whoso tried it was a very bad thing, and I think it was an attack on democracy actually, not on
Well,
Trump.
it was.
It
It
was an
was a
attack
fact
on
of
democracy.
democracy.
It was an attack on, and Republicans love to call it constitutional republic. Yes, Republicans hear it. It was an attack on constitutional republic, Aristotelian constitutional republic. Okay, I know
No,
more history than most Americans do.
that's right. And the Republicans are also asking for Biden to quit. There is a reason for that. That's a very smart gameplay. That if you are unfit to run for candidacy, and Robert Hur declared you that you are mentally not stable to be going through or facing a trial, right? And why shouldn't you quit? Because if he quits, then Kamala definitely becomes the president. So unless she quits the presidency, it is a real mess over there. But I'm 100% sure that we are not able to think what the deep state is actually plotting.
One name is remaining,
Yeah.
Vibhuti, and you're going to laugh very loudly. I know you just told me 20 minutes, and we're going to go 23 right now. Michelle Obama. What do you think?
Michelle Obama, I'll tell you, I have thought about it. She can be a perfect replacement for Kamala Harris for the simple reason that she fulfills the criteria. You can't accuse the party of being anti black or anti woman. She fills that role very well. But what is her experience? Zero. She will be badgered with the attack Obama 4.0.
I mean, she can always say she has seen President Obama working very closely. She can say all her life.
Well, listen, Bill Clinton would have been happy to be the first gentleman in the White House because he had an agenda. He would have enjoyed himself. Obama wants to run the show. So Michelle Obama will not like to be having that stamp that is not my presidency and it's Obama's presidency. Nobody will believe her even an iota of a doubt that it is Michelle Obama running. Problem is who will become the vice president. Gavin Newsom will not become the vice president because he has presidential ambition. And the record of vice presidents becoming president is rather bad in this country.
I I think now, so all these options are there, and you ruled out everybody else. So nothing is remaining now.
No, Whitmer is there, the Pennsylvania senator is there. Those people are there. I don't know them personally, but
Robert Kennedy Jr.
Robert Kennedy Jr. Yes, but he's not in ballot on. Is he on ballot on every state
No,
too?
no, no. Everybody has kept him away because
Yeah,
he's too honest.
yeah,
I think he can be the real challenger because he belongs to a family where everybody was murdered. He survived somehow, and there's so many life attempts on him. He has
yeah,
been demanding Secret Service protection.
and they're not
Nobody has
getting it.
given him, not given him.
Yeah,
So I think he's the only guy remaining now.
yeah. The election season has now actually begun.
Big-
We will have more conversation on this.
Yes, sir.
But thank you
Thank you
for
all viewers for joining and all
yeah,
the people who joined us. Thank you. So the answer is we don't know. Basically, we discussed every single option. We
yeah,
don't know, but the probability of we'll have to wait and see.
yeah. It will be difficult for them to disown Kamala Harris completely.
And my suggestion is to, if you want to
They
bring
may have to come to terms with this fact that okay, these 4 years are gone.
yes,
Let's plan for 2028.
so Republicans should be happy right now. Should be
Yes, they
happy.
should be happy. They
Yeah.
should be happy.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
all.
you. Thank you.